It's Monday, October 6, 2025, and I'm Dave Soap. 4 things to know today. Enterprises pour money into AI governance as risk management becomes the new growth market. Cloud budgets balloon under the weight of generative AI workloads. Massive debt fuels the infrastructure behind the AI boom. And Huntress partners with SureWeb, sidestepping PAX 8 in a channel shakeup that puts relationships over transactions. Here's what it means for you. This is the business of tech. Enterprises are significantly increasing their investments in governance as the risks associated with artificial intelligence become more apparent. According to a September report by OneTrust, nearly all organizations surveyed, 98%, plan to boost their governance budgets in the coming financial year, with an average expected increase of 24%. The survey, which includes responses from 1,250 IT leaders, revealed that those with advanced AI adoption are spending approximately 37% more time managing risks. Tracy Gusher, AI and data leader at Ernst & Young Americas, emphasizes the importance of a robust governance strategy, stating that organizations must establish multiple lines of defense to manage AI responsibly. As AI technologies continue to evolve, analysts indicate that refining governance will remain an ongoing process, particularly as organizations encounter problematic incidents that can lead to significant financial losses. Public cloud spending is projected to increase fourfold over the next 3 years, primarily driven by rising generative artificial intelligence workloads, according to a recent survey by TD Cowen. The survey of 215 North America IT buyers revealed that 42% of firms expect to allocate more than 30% of their cloud budgets to generative AI, with 9 out of 10 leaders anticipating that such use cases will account for at least 10% of their cloud expenses. As enterprises rapidly adopt generative AI applications, IT leaders must brace for higher costs associated with advanced infrastructure. Hardeep Singh, a principal analyst at Gartner, emphasized that over 90% of large enterprises are expected to deploy generative AI by 2028. Prompting a need for improved cloud cost management strategies, including negotiating vendor contracts and implementing cost tracking practices. The Wall Street Journal discusses how rising levels of debt are now influencing the artificial intelligence boom, likening the situation to the dot-com bubble. Companies like OpenAI are entering into substantial contracts, such as a $300 billion deal with Oracle to build AI computing infrastructure. Analysts at KeyBank Capital Markets estimate that Oracle may need to borrow $25 billion annually for the next 4 years to meet its obligations, raising concerns about the sustainability of these financial models, as only 3% of consumers currently pay for AI services. Furthermore, Moody's has issued a negative outlook on Oracle's credit rating, citing significant risks associated with their higher debt levels and reliance on a single customer, OpenAI, for much of their data center capacity. Why do we care? So here's the thing. Everyone's spending more money on AI governance. OneTrust saying 98% of organizations are upping their governance budgets next year. Not AI budgets, governance. Why? Because they're realizing this stuff isn't plug and play. You have to manage the risk, the data, the models, and the people. Meanwhile, cloud bills are exploding. TD Cowen saying nearly half of IT leaders expect more than 30% of their cloud spend to go to AI workloads in just a few years. That's not a small shift. That's a budget crisis in the making. And the kicker? The infrastructure behind all this is built on debt. Oracle's reportedly borrowing $25 billion a year to build capacity for OpenAI. Moody's doesn't love it. Only 3% of consumers are paying for AI tools, so this bubble looks a lot like the dot-com energy. For providers, here's where it all gets real. Governance is a service. Cost control is a service. Risk management is a service. You don't have to be an AI company. You just have to help your customers use AI safely and affordably. The big players are burning cash to build the future. You can make money helping people survive it. MSPs have got a win-win deal for you. Avik is running an offer right now. Spin up a trial of their network monitoring platform, and they'll send you a Ubiquiti switch free straight to your door. Here's why it matters. Avik is cloud-based network monitoring trusted by over 80,000 MSPs and IT professionals. You deploy their collector, and in minutes, you'll map out an entire client network. You see live topology, traffic spikes, rogue devices sneaking in, and you even get automated config backups. That's the kind of visibility that saves you hours of troubleshooting and lets you impress clients with answers instead of excuses. And yeah, you're adding real gear to your stack at no cost. Catch? This incentive ends October 31st. So jump on it now at try.auvik.com/Dave-switch. The ongoing government shutdown is obscuring important economic data, with the Labor Department's monthly jobs report being the first casualty. The report was expected to provide critical insights into a cooling job market, rising unemployment, and inflation trends, which are increasingly concerning for policymakers. Economist Erica Grosjean noted the significance of missing this data at such a critical time, stating, quote, "We are flying blind right as the company could be turning," end quote. The September jobs report was anticipated to reveal significant shifts, particularly as employment at private companies saw a notable decline of 32,000, the largest drop in over 2 years. Furthermore, the Federal Reserve faces challenges in making informed decisions regarding interest rates due to the lack of updated economic figures, raising concerns about the potential long-term impact of the shutdown on economic growth and employment rates. A recent study from Yale University indicates that generative artificial intelligence, including tools like ChatGPT, has not significantly disrupted the job market yet, despite widespread speculation. Researchers found that in the 33 months following ChatGPT's launch, the change in the occupational mix was slightly higher than previous technological shifts, but only by less than 1 percentage point. The study highlighted that sectors such as financial services, information, and professional services are more affected by generative AI. The information sector alone experienced nearly a 14% change in employment mix since November 2022. However, the researchers cautioned that these trends began prior to the launch of ChatGPT and may not be solely attributable to the technology. Overall, they conclude that while generative AI has the potential to be transformative, it is too early to assess its long-term effects on employment. And despite fears of job losses due to AI, hiring in the tech sector remains steady. According to a survey by Manpower Group, 48% of tech employers globally plan to hire this quarter, with a notable 58% in the US. The demand for skills related to artificial intelligence, such as Python and project management, is driving this trend. Notably, 24% of employers are specifically hiring to keep pace with digital advancements, while challenges persist in finding qualified talent to meet growing technology needs. An article in Gizmodo argues that artificial intelligence is not the primary cause of job losses in the U.S. Rather, it cites the policies of the Trump administration as the main contributor to economic uncertainty and job cuts. Research from the Yale Budget Lab indicates that AI has not significantly displaced workers, with only about 20,000 job cuts attributed to automation and AI this year, while nearly 300,000 layoffs have been linked to direct government actions and economic conditions influenced by Trump's policies. In September 2025, private sector employers announced the elimination of 32,000 jobs, marking a troubling trend in the labor market. Outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas reported that job cut announcements reached 117,313 in September, a stark 71% decline from the previous year. As the job market struggles, the Trump administration's immigration policies and new fees for foreign labor are creating additional challenges for employers seeking skilled workers, further complicating an already strained economic landscape. Why do we care? So here's what's going on. We're in the middle of a government shutdown, and that means the Labor Department's job report is on ice. That's a big deal. The economy's cooling off, unemployment's ticking up, and the Fed, they're flying blind. When the data stops flowing, bad decisions start happening. Now about AI. Yale says generative AI hasn't really hit the job market yet, less than a 1% change in the job mix. It's noise, not revolution. Sure, it's moving faster in sectors like information and finance, but the idea that ChatGPT killed jobs? Not yet. Meanwhile, tech hiring's still hot. Nearly 60% of U.S. tech employers are adding headcount, mostly for AI-related roles, Python, project management, that kind of thing. And here's the twist. It isn't the big job killer. Policy is. Yale's Budget Lab says only 20,000 jobs have been lost to automation this year. 300,000 came from government actions, and economic conditions tied to Trump-era policies. So if you're an MSP, stop waiting for AI to blow up the labor market. The real risk is uncertainty, economic, political, and regulatory. Your clients need clarity, not hype. Sell stability. Offer insight. Be the partner that helps them see the fog. Pax8 has announced the release of the Managed Intelligence Provider Playbook, a strategic guide aimed at helping managed service providers evolve into managed intelligence providers. This guide is particularly timely as small and mid-sized businesses increasingly adopt autonomous artificial intelligence to enhance operational efficiency. The playbook outlines 5 key strategies: discover, buy, build, sell, and manage that managed service providers can utilize to monetize artificial intelligence through outcome-driven services. According to Gartner, global spending on artificial intelligence services is projected to reach $644 billion in 2025, highlighting a significant opportunity for providers to capture market growth by offering strategic consulting and vertical expertise beyond traditional IT services. Scott Chasen, Chief Executive Officer at Pax8, emphasized that the playbook empowers partners to lead in managed intelligence, delivering measurable business outcomes rather than just technology to their clients. A recent survey by OpenText reveals a significant gap between the growing demand for artificial intelligence and the readiness of managed service providers. The survey, which included over 1,000 respondents, found that 92% of managed service providers reported that AI is already driving business growth, with 96% anticipating continued growth throughout the year. However, confidence in guiding customers on AI tools has dropped dramatically, with fewer than half feeling fully prepared, compared to 90% last year. This highlights a critical moment for managed service providers as they strive to operationalize AI amidst rapidly evolving customer expectations and internal pressures. Why do we care? So Pax8 is really trying to make fetch happen. They've rolled out this Managed Intelligence Provider Playbook, which sounds like a mix between a sci-fi title and a rebranding workshop. The idea? Help MSPs become managed intelligence providers. Look, I get it. Pax8's not wrong about the direction. Clients want outcomes, not infrastructure. They want to see AI tied to measurable results: productivity, revenue, customer satisfaction. Totally right idea. But the branding? Painfully awkward. You don't need a new label to do what MSPs should have been doing all along: delivering business outcomes. Meanwhile, OpenText says 92% of providers are seeing growth from AI, but fewer than half feel confident guiding customers. That's a massive confidence drop in 1 year. Pax8 sees that gap and wants to fill it with a playbook. And of course, more marketplace transactions. Here's the problem. We're in a bubble. The AI services market looks huge on paper, but most MSMBs aren't writing 6-figure checks for intelligence. So instead of chasing a new buzzword, focus on what actually sells: clarity, outcomes, and trust. Call yourself whatever you want. Just make sure you're selling results, not hype. Huntress has announced its first distribution partnership with SureWeb, the global leader in cloud distribution, to expand its cybersecurity solutions to managed service providers worldwide. This collaboration allows Huntress's products to be available in the SureWeb marketplace, enabling providers across North America, Ireland, and the UK to enhance their security offerings with solutions backed by a 24/7 AI-assisted security operations center. Kyle Hensloven, CEO of Huntress, emphasized the importance of choosing a partner that prioritizes relationships and quality solutions, stating, quote, "We were looking for a badass ally who values relationships over transactions," end quote. With SureWeb's extensive experience and commitment to empowering service providers, the partnership aims to make enterprise-grade cybersecurity accessible to all businesses. Huntress currently protects over 4 million endpoints and 7 million identities across nearly 200,000 organizations. Why do we care? Now this is interesting. Huntress, one of the channel's favorite security vendors, just announced its first ever distribution deal. And here's the twist. It's with SureWeb, not Pax8. That's a big deal. Pax8 is the dominant marketplace in the MSP world, so for Huntress to skip them says a lot about how they see the channel. Hensloven, the CEO, said they wanted a badass ally who values relationships over transactions. That's a subtle shot at the big marketplaces. And honestly, he's not wrong. SureWeb has a reputation for being more partner-focused and less transactional. This move gives Huntress more reach, North America, Ireland, and the UK, but without losing that community-first vibe they've built. It's smart. But there's a trade-off. SureWeb doesn't have the same global scale or marketing muscle Pax8 brings. So this is a quality over quantity play. For providers, it's good news. If you use SureWeb, Huntress got easier to buy. And for everyone else, it's a reminder that not every vendor wants to play the Pax8 game. Some are betting that relationships still matter. Welcome to Comet Backup's Club of No Excuses. Behind every smooth-running business is an everyday IT hero who refused to settle, who didn't give up, because finger-pointing doesn't get a company up and running again. Excuses don't restore data. When everything's on the line, Comet's powerful backup and recovery solutions put you in control. Fast, secure, and easy to use, Comet protects your clients' critical data so you're always ready for the unexpected. When disaster strikes, be the hero your business needs. With Comet Backup, you're not just saving the data, you're saving the day. Comet Backup. Be the hero. Visit cometbackup.com today to start your free trial. Get $100 free credit when you sign up with the promo code MSP Radio. Because heroes don't wait, they prepare. Thanks for listening. Today, National Noodle Day. That sounds yummy. Today, we launched the Business of Tech Plus, which is the dynamic ad-free version of the show, plus additional levels of bonus content available just for subscribers. You can sign up at businessof.tech/plus. I'm excited for this new offering, and it's the way I can help you directly with some of the things that are going on in your business. Want more from the Business of Tech? Join Business of Tech Plus for ad-free episodes, early interviews, extended cuts, subscriber-only shows, and exclusive member perks and analysis. Sign up at businessof.tech/plus. And follow this show in your podcast app, and if you're on YouTube, hit subscribe and the bell so you never miss a story. Reviews and comments help spread the word too. Interested in advertising? Head to mspradio.com/engage. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. Thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next episode.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.